What's the new baby's Ludwig? What's his name?
Ludwig
Van.
No, seriously, what's his name?
My kid?
Yes.
Lowen?
Lowen?
Yeah.
Okay. I knew it started with an L. So, no, Lowen has the long dark hair,
Yeah.
Those are my boys.
and it was swiped across his forehead.
Yes.
And I said, oh, emo baby. Instead of crying, he just goes, where are you?
Aw, I wish my lawn were emo so it would cut itself.
What the fuck?
What? That's your first time?
Wow.
Train tracks.
Jeez.
Fucking emo kids. Hi, emo people. Welcome to our
I
podcast.
hope you're not recording yet.
Google how many emo people are in the Philippines, Tony.
One. Because Duterte hasn't found it yet. Yes, I said it.
Are you kidding me? They're all emo. Where are you?
Could this happen to
I didn't do that. I have no idea why that
This
did
isn't a phase, Mom. It's a
This
lifestyle.
is who I am now. Wiki wiki wham. Wiki wiki wild wild.
that. No. Oh, that sounded like Wild Wild West, and that's not going to happen here.
Another
We do
Kenneth
not
Branagh
celebrate
gem.
that fucking movie.
Oh, he didn't direct that.
Did he?
No, that was Barry Sonnenfeld. He plays the giant Spider-Man at the end.
Yeah, he does.
Barry Seinfeld, is that Jerry's older brother with a deeper voice?
You never come visit. You never write. Where are you?
What is with this movie?
Well,
We're not related, Jerry. It's Sonnenfeld. It's not Seinfeld.
it was Jewish. It was close enough.
Oh,
Hence my voice. I figured I'd get as close to Harvey Firestein
Harvey
as possible.
Firestein.
Oh, Harvey. I guess I am kind of keeping it a little close, while Harvey's a little more wide open and flat-mouthed. Harvey Firestein.
Harvey Firestein.
oh.
We'll do the whole episode.
Matchmaker, make me a match.
We should do the whole episode as Harvey Firestein, Gilbert Gottfried.
Oh, no.
How are you today? I'm quite well.
Wows.
As long as you don't use the word clitoris. I
My
think we'll be fine.
clitoris!
Is it
I don't like clitorises myself. I'm Harvey Firestein.
Why did your Harvey Firestein go like half Gilbert
is
Gottfried?
he more of a starfish guy?
I'm a man of limited range, Tony.
Everything's got a little bit of walking in it. Is that?
Wow. It's all coming up walking.
Good morning, everybody.
What? Good morning.
What?
Oh, crap. Am I drinking again?
It is
Oh my gosh.
7 at night.
I am sitting over here sipping a cup of Coffee Dudes Coffee.
CoffeeDudesCoffee.com.
Coffee Dudes Coffee.
That's water. Are you saying something? God.
Hey, I was trying to promote your product.
Get out of my
producer Chris.
It's like making love in a canoe. It's fucking close to water.
Wow.
What?
This coffee is like making love in a canoe. It's fucking close to water. You'll get it. It's a very cerebral joke.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to think about that one.
You're fucking in a canoe and it's close to water. Do you get? Do you want me to explain it further? Explaining jokes is
Well,
fun.
do
That
you-
way everyone can enjoy
You know what
it.
happens when? Do you know what it's like when you have sex while
Bacteria.
you're camping?
No. Pitch in a tent.
Fucking intense.
I thought you were gonna say any second she's gonna flip over. Never mind.
What?
Fucking
It's
in
a
canoe.
choose your own joke
Get it?
adventure.
It's like fucking in a canoe. Any second she's gonna flip over.
That's a kayak.
No, that's a canoe.
You can't fit two people in a kayak.
Have you banged in a
can
kayak?
into
Have
a
you banged in a kayak?
two-person
Oh, he
kayak.
couldn't afford a canoe. No canoodling for
I had
you.
a raft made out of 2x4s. A couple of those flat. What are they called? The
Yes.
flat things.
Pontoons.
Yeah, a couple pontoons.
Couple
She
pontoons.
sailed all the way
No,
across
the
the
flat
Ohio
things that they
River.
deliver like bricks and stuff on.
A pallet.
Thank you, a pallet.
We were getting there.
Sorry, I'm not fucking Bob Vila. Jesus.
According to his girlfriend, it was a soft palate. What? No. What? Sorry. Can we restart?
There's nobody in this room that has a girlfriend.
Oh, your
Oh my God.
fiance.
Hey, let's get to the movie news. Welcome to Popcorn Tribunal. I'm Tony. That's Tyler.
Hello.
And I'm not Tony's fiance.
That's producer Chris, who's on one today. Just a word of warning.
Enjoy that popcorn.
What did you do?
I
What
feel
did you
like
do?
This popcorn tastes like it has jizz all over it.
Why
Yeah,
is it so
well,
sticky on the bottom?
That
And there's
was
a
an-
hole.
That was an Adam Sandler reference.
I know that.
From what hit film was
From
it
their
from?
no, it's from the CD. They're all gonna laugh at you.
They're all gonna laugh at you. This popcorn tastes like
Which is
fucking
the
jizz.
least
That's
funny
what he
track
says.
on that album, by the way.
My favorite one is the Biblia. Juan es muy guapo. Hola, me llamo Juan. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
Popcorn
Ay!
tastes like somebody fucking jizzed on it.
He starts getting beat up. He's like, oh, ayúdame, ayúdame. It's pretty funny. That means help me in Spanish.
I guess you had to be.
Well, it wasn't in Canadian, that's for sure.
Oh yeah, real
Eh?
good there. Real good there.
Hey,
You know how I know it didn't end with a donut?
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
racist. I'm so sorry.
All right, so let's start the movie news. Tonight, let's talk a little bit
Movie
about
news.
Patty Jenkins.
Patty Jenkins.
Patty Jenkins has come out. Why do I sound so like Texas?
Patty Jenkins.
I don't know, but you better fix it.
All right, so someone interviewed her about collaborating with Lucasfilm on her Star Wars movie.
She has since been fired and replaced.
No.
That is not true.
Give it time.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So
Have you
just
checked
last
the-
month, Lucasfilm tapped Matthew Robinson as her co-writer.
The
for
writer
project.
of Love and Monsters.
The writer of Love and Monsters, the forthcoming Little Shop of Horrors, and the
know that.
award-winning hit Dora and the Lost City of Gold.
What a magnificent film.
Yeah.
Is that a story about the Bush administration?
So the Hollywood Reporter reports that they are finishing up the script, putting together a crew. She's also teased that working with Lucasfilm is a whole other way of working.
What does that mean?
Well,
Topless.
let's talk about that.
Kathleen Kennedy sleeps.
She's quoted as saying,
Next to
"It's
her
going
now.
amazing. I'd been on it already for 6 months before I even announced it, so we're pretty deep into it. Finishing
Is
a
this full of
script,
sex jokes too?
crewing up, and it's all going wonderful. I'm so excited about the horrible English there. It would be, it's all going wonderfully.
Ooh,
I'm so excited
cancel
about
Patty
the story
Jenkins.
and excited that we're the next chapter of Star Wars, which is such a responsibility and such an opportunity to really start some new things. It's really exciting in that way. So this is for Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
What a generic interview.
She said that the announcement has a personal connection because her father was an Air Force pilot. So that makes him similar to a starfighter pilot.
He never flew an X-wing, so I'm calling shenanigans.
She also added that she is fairly free to do the story that she wants to do.
she said at gunpoint.
As that sounds the phrase
Very
fairly
written on
free,
paper and-
fairly free really has a lot of wiggle room there. So
You have to read
You want your fucking paycheck? Read it.
read the cards we gave you, and no one gets hurt.
Exactly.
We have your father, who was a fighter pilot, in the trunk of our car.
So Rogue Squadron does mark a creative pivot for the Star Wars franchise in their attempt to let people forget about episodes 1, 2, and 3.
I was gonna say, like, you're not gonna switch and hate the sequels on me, are you?
So after the conclusion of the Skywalker saga in 2019, Disney and Lucasfilm are focusing on standalone films, including
and television series.
Jenkins directed effort, Taika Waititi's movie forthcoming, which he says he has no idea on the time frame because he's been concentrating on Thor.
That's what I thought.
And so another one produced by Kevin Feige. And then Ryan Johnson
Has a trilogy
has a trilogy in the works, but it's been put on the back burner
for Knives Out sequels.
for multiple Knives Out sequels.
Correct.
Yes. In an interesting twist,
Ooh,
Wonder Woman 3 has been announced. Yeah.
remember the last one? What a
Yeah.
hit!
And then Patty Jenkins and Gal Gadot are also working on the Cleopatra movie
Why?
because Gal Gadot looks like Cleopatra. I don't know.
That
So,
sounds,
anyways,
that
there
sounds
was
like
some
a film.
there was some
Tyler sounds excited.
there was some uproar about the announcement of Gal Gadot as Cleopatra because
She's not Egyptian.
she's not dark enough to play an Egyptian.
But she's gonna be in Death on the Nile.
That's what it's
That's
called,
close enough.
acting.
Yeah.
Oh, She's no Liz Taylor.
So, rest in peace, Richard Donner, the legendary director
from the hit film Scrooged
of such TV stuff as The Man from U.N.C.L.E., Gilligan's
Twilight
Island,
Zone?
Perry Mason, Get Smart.
Twilight
in
Zone.
63 and 64, he did direct 6 episodes of The Twilight Zone.
Woohoo!
Including the landmark tale Nightmare at 20,000 Feet,
There's a gremlin on
in
the
which
wing
a
of the
man
plane.
is convinced he can see a creature destroying the plane he's flying on.
Can we have Gilbert Gottfried as Cleopatra?
No.
Damn it.
No. In 1961, he began his film career with the aviation film X-15. Salt and Pepper with Sammy Davis Jr. shortly after. Lola with Charles Bronson. But his career kicked off in earnest in 1976 with The Omen. Ironically, 45 years ago, because that was the year I was born.
Fun fact about The Omen. My brother was born on 6/6 of 06, the day The Omen remake came out.
Cameron was born on 6606.
At 1313.
That explains
Isn't that
so
great?
much, man.
My mom had to call a priest, and he's like, I don't know, lady.
That's funny. So one of the most popular films by Donner, though, is Superman, the movie, starring Christopher Reeve and Margot Kidder, with Marlon Brando, who made way too much for that movie,
Gene Hackman.
and Gene Hackman as Lex
Ned
Luthor.
Beatty, R.I.P.
Yes,
Otis Berg.
Otis Berg. So yeah, rest in peace, Richard Donner.
Lethal Weapon, The Goonies.
Yeah,
What else?
recently released in 2006.
Oh, he said he was going to do one more Lethal Weapon, and he never got
Never
to.
did.
If only there was a TV show that had a couple in the can that are currently blocked by Hulu.
Wait, didn't they change the lead actor in that show like 3 times?
No,
No.
not the Lethal Weapon show. It's Always Sunny made 2 Lethal Weapon sequels where Dennis and Mac switched the parts of Murtaugh and Riggs
In
back
both
and forth.
ways.
Sometimes in blackface,
Gotcha.
sometimes in not.
Did
he
he
have
really
to
work in
take-
the shower scene?
He had to take Caitlin Olsen to the hospital while she was in full blackface, or I think they were both in full blackface.
Oh, hers is the best.
Okay, in other news, irrelevant movie Quotey Fingers star
Quotey Fingers.
Steven Dorff decided today
Oh boy!
and this past week to blast Marvel Films and say that he's embarrassed for Black Widow star Scarlett Johansson.
Seems like a good career move.
Yeah, right? So he did not hold back in a recent interview where he skewered modern superhero movies
In response, Marvel said, "Who are you?"
and then ironically decided to target specifically Black Widow.
Hope his investments are sound.
Although he did play Deacon Frost in 1998's Blade. Do you
What
want
a
to
hit.
talk the news or?
I just like to finish your sandwiches,
yeah.
sweetheart.
Yeah, yes, a Marvel property. The 47-year-old
Actor.
Dorff told the UK's Independent in a story published Monday that current superhero
Blade. Shit.
films are what is wrong with the business. This is the greatest quote ever.
I can't wait.
I still hunt out the good shit because I don't want to be in Black Widow. The True Detective actor told the newspaper.
True detective.
It's pretty bad when your entire career comes down to the True Detective actor. It looks like garbage to me. It looks like a bad video game.
Has he seen the
embarrassed
finale
for
of
those
Blade?
people. I'm embarrassed for Scarlett with 2 T's. I'm sure she got paid $7 million, but I'm embarrassed for her. I never got to see Ghost in the Shell, but I don't want to be in these
Starring
movies.
some honky.
I really don't. I'll find that kid director that's going to be the next Kubrick, and he'll be like, who the fuck are you? Some 50-year-old washed-up actor that was in, like,
The Gate?
The Gate, and I'll act for him instead. Dorff, who most recently starred in the MMA-centered film Embattled, which went straight to streaming services
What a
and
hit.
is already for rent for 99 cents on YouTube, also unloaded on this year's Academy Awards ceremony.
God.
This guy really doesn't want to act ever again, does he?
I hate working. Don't hire me.
This is like the guy who decided to have a Twitter battle with
James Gunn.
James Gunn. This year's Oscar were the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. My business is becoming a big game show. What is your business? Waiting tables? You have actors that don't have a clue what they're doing.
Hey, he has a Prius commercial
You have-
audition coming up. God damn it.
You have filmmakers that don't have a clue what they're doing. We're all in these little boxes on these streamers.
He's high as
He
fuck
sounds
right
like
now.
he's 85. We're all in these little boxes on these streamers.
It's a series of tubes.
It's one big clusterfuck of content now.
You're not wrong.
Now, he did say Dorff is hardly the first within Hollywood to criticize Marvel and DC films and question the picture's artistic integrity. Last month, irrelevant Incredible Hulk TV series star Lou Ferrigno took a shot at MCU and DCU when he tweeted, "Can't think of another superhero that isn't in costume or CGI. Worked damn hard on my diet and exercise for the Hulk. Wasn't going to let anyone down." Of course, Lou Ferrigno failed to mention that one of the bulkiest muscular men in the world, The Rock, is currently filming a DC Films superhero movie called Black Adam. And then prior to that, of course, Martin Scorsese. Did you already kill that beer?
He's a thirsty boy.
You are a thirsty man. No, I didn't. Martin Scorsese said Marvel films aren't cinema.
They're roller coasters. Theme park rides.
So that's an interesting bit of news about Stephen Dorff. For those of you who don't know who he is, and I'm sure there are a lot of
Most of you.
There's a website called imdb.com. You can find his 4 film credits.
Wait, .com?
.com.
I had to do that for you. It's pretty terrible.
I'm going to throw some fun news.
Oh.
I'm going to throw some fun news in here before I read the last story.
Fun news. Woo!
I stumbled upon the Fast and Furious movie names
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy,
for
oh
the
boy, oh
country
boy.
of Japan. Are you ready for this?
I'm so ready.
Okay, so the first one, the Fast and the Furious, is called Wild Speed. The second one, Too Fast, Too Furious, is called Wild Speed times 2.
Oh, they put times 2?
Yes.
It's twice as bad.
Tokyo Drift is called Wild Speed times 3, Tokyo Drift.
They left
Wait a
Tokyo
minute,
Drift
wait a minute.
part in.
Wait,
Wait
no,
a
no,
minute.
it gets better.
Tokyo
It
is a
gets-
Japanese city.
It gets better.
Why?
That's why they included it in the title, I'm sure of it.
Why?
Fast and Furious from 2009.
Uh-huh.
Wild Speed Max.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Fast 5 2011. Wild Speed Mega Max.
That's my new favorite.
Mega Max.
It's like
We're
a
not-
90s sports drink ad.
We're not too extreme yet.
20
Extreme.
It's coming. 2013 Fast and Furious 6. Wild Speed Euro Mission.
That's way better.
Starring Seth Green. 2015's Furious 7. Wild Speed Sky Mission. Wait, this gets better. Do you remember the submarine and the ice?
Do I ever?
The Fate of the Furious in 2017. Wild Speed Ice Break.
That's so much better than the Fate of the Furious.
All right, get this. Fast and the Furious presents Hobbs and Shaw in 2019. Wild Speed Super Combo. And then finally, recently released Fast 9. Wild Speed Jet Break.
Jet break.
I don't know. I just thought that was so funny. So,
Oh, Jesus.
okay. So,
See, I would
one
watch
of-
Wild Speed. What was it? Mega Force?
Mega Max.
Mega.
Oh, the combo, Super Combo.
Maybe that's Vin Diesel's name in the movies.
Super Ultra Mega.
Okay.
Mega Max.
So, District
Light
9,
charts.
Chappie.
I am Chappie.
Right, all Neil Blomkamp pieces. He also
Pieces.
owns a small studio
Also,
that
not
releases...
Alien 5, not Alien
me-
5, and not RoboCop 2.
Let me finish.
Okay.
So, I'm a big fan of Blomkamp. I like his
I am
style.
too. We are the two people on Earth that like Chappie a lot.
Yeah. So I was intrigued to read that there is IFC Midnight is producing a Neil Blomkamp
That's right.
horror movie.
Horror.
It's called
Mega Force 5.
wait, do they have the name?
No, Speed Force 5. Mega Max.
Oh no, they don't. Yeah, they do. Where is it? Demonic. It's called Demonic. Okay.
I've seen a trailer for this.
So have you? I haven't seen the trailer.
No, it was
yet.
at the indie theater when I saw Censor.
So the cast for the film reunites Blomkamp with Elysium and Raqqa star Carly Pope, who stars alongside Chris William Martin, Michael Rogers, and Terry Chen. Now, interesting thing about Neil Blomkamp is he hasn't always used big stars except for Matt Damon and Jodie Foster in Elysium.
Yes.
And that movie was not great.
Oh, Hugh Jackman.
I'm sorry?
And Chappie.
Who's Hugh Jackman?
Huge Ackman.
Who is that?
He's a huge Ackman.
Oh, he wasn't Chappie. You're correct. No,
And then
it was
Dev
District
Patel.
9.
No, he's in.
Hugh Jackman was in District 9. He played the bad guy in District 9.
Chris,
Yeah.
look this up so I can know I'm right. And then Dev Patel and Sigourney Weaver were in Chappie.
Yeah, you're right. It was Chappie.
And it was Hugh Jackman.
No.
Look it up, please. Yes.
Okay, so
No,
what am I
Hugh
confirming?
He
Jackman
drives
was
the
in
moose.
District 9.
He drives the moose.
District 9.
There was nobody in District 9 because it was
Sigourney
his
played
first movie.
Michelle Bradley. Who else?
Did you look up that Hugh Jackman was in Chappie, please?
He was. He played
It
Vincent.
was Chappie. Okay.
It's okay to be wrong.
Shut up. Doesn't happen that often.
Wrong.
So Charlton Copley, I don't know if he's in it, but he's in basically everything Blomkamp has done. He's that South African actor.
Yeah, he does the voice of Chappie.
does the voice of Chappie.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's
I
right.
really like him. He was also he was the bad guy in Elysium. Mm-hmm. And then he's done some other stuff since then. But the first trailer shows that it's definitely his sci-fi sensibilities.
very spoopy.
It's Matrix-like dream setting. So I haven't watched the trailer yet. I did not know that there was a trailer up, but the poster looks pretty cool. Mm-hmm. The other thing that I noted, and you actually kind of mentioned it,
yes.
was all of the Neil Blomkamp movies that have been canceled.
Oh,
So
is this a little preview?
real quick,
Little preview taste test?
let's run through that list real quick because there's just a few.
Sure.
So there's 4 unmade movies and why they didn't happen. So the first one, as a child of the video game world, is
Oh,
we're
he
talking about is
Halo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
So Microsoft started developing a Halo movie in 2005, 16 years ago.
Spielberg was attached at some point.
Alex Garland was tapped to write the script. Peter Jackson was brought on to produce, and Guillermo del Toro was in talks to direct.
Damn.
Del Toro backed out, and Blomkamp was drafted in. He did a series of short films based on the Halo universe to kind of petition for the job. He really wanted the job.
Okay.
The script then went through a rewrite stage with Game of Thrones co-creator D.B. Weiss among the writers tackling it. Spent months in pre-production. And then Microsoft completely clashed with 20th Century Fox, who had been backing the movie alongside with Universal. Fox pulled out, and the movie totally collapsed.
Fox pulled out the Disney acquisition.
So Blomkamp and Microsoft both moved on, but there's now a Halo TV series in the works.
Oh, where at?
And Blomkamp continues to work on short films through Oats Studios. So there's hopes that he'll make something similar to what his dreams were for a Halo film. He was a Halo fan, so that's why he wanted to be involved.
No.
Also, RoboCop.
You're gonna make me cry again.
So in January 2018,
Can I take this one real quick?
sure.
So, the late '80s, the two writers of the original RoboCop had a sequel called Corporate Wars that never got made, and it was supposed to take place like years into the future, where RoboCop was like decommissioned. So Neil Blomkamp wanted to restart this project with that original script and get Peter Weller back, get the original suit back, because fuck that 2014 movie. I don't know why it's canceled, but with him attached, but I know it is still happening. But I don't know if the Amazon acquisition of MGM is going to affect that.
Okay, yeah, not really what you said. So in 2018, the RoboCop writer Ed Neumeyer was penning a follow-up to the 87 original.
Oh, damn it.
A few months later, Blomkamp officially signed on to direct RoboCop Returns. It was slated to be a direct continuation of the original movie, would ignore both sequels and the remake.
And the TV show, and the other TV show.
He wanted the
and
movie to
other
look
TV
like
show.
it had been directed by Paul Verhoeven. He wanted to use the original suit.
I was close.
A few weeks after he commented on it, he announced he was no longer directing RoboCop and instead focusing on the horror movie Demonic. So
No, I hate
MGM
Demonic.
can't wait to shoot RoboCop now, is what he said.
And we still don't have it, and now we have Demonic. So what do you know about
A
that?
new director is now needed and has yet to be announced.
Yeah, I think it's going to be in development hell. It's never going to happen.
Alien 5 is perhaps the most well-known of Blomkamp's unmade movies. The director first teased his involvement in February 2015, posted concept art. Wanted Sigourney Weaver to come back as Ripley.
It was supposed to be a direct follow-up to Aliens, wasn't it?
He had worked with her on Chappie.
Yep.
The film was soon made official, with Blomkamp confirming it'd be his next project. With Alien 5 slated to be a sequel to Aliens, rather than
ignoring
interfering
Alien
with...
3, Alien 4, and Prometheus and Covenant.
Yep. Ridley Scott himself confirmed that Alien 5 would release sometime in 2017, but it was then shelved in favor of Alien Covenant.
Uh-oh.
So Blomkamp still says that the chances of it happening are slim.
Oh.
As of 2017, Ridley Scott said that the movie didn't have a script, just a 10-page outline, and Blomkamp himself has recently said he has moved on from the film.
Boo.
Yeah.
But I like
with
Alien
Disney's
3.
takeover of Fox, there is a future for Alien, either on the big screen or TV.
They've announced a TV show since.
But it doesn't sound like Blomkamp's Alien 5
and
is
they
part
said
of
they're
it.
probably going to do another few movies.
One other was a movie called Gone World.
I haven't heard of this one.
It's a adaptation of Tom Sweterlick's upcoming novel of the same name. It was a sci-fi time travel procedural.
Time travel, you say?
Yeah. So a little word on the project until 2017, when Blomkamp revealed that he was ready to start working on it, having received a copy of the book. Things have gone cold. He's announced that he moved on shooting a new horror thriller called Demonic. The Gone World is kind of hanging out there in limbo. So we're waiting to see what's happening. So that's that. But speaking of Neil Blomkamp and time travel movies,
What a great segue. Look at
Thank
you
you.
go. Look at you go.
there was a point to all of that rambling.
We say that every episode. But this time we
Amazon
mean it.
Prime recently released, in conjunction with Chris Pratt's production company and Chris Pratt himself, a movie called The Tomorrow World.
War.
Yeah, sorry, The Tomorrow War.
Tomorrowland.
I was thinking Jurassic World.
It's okay.
So The Tomorrow War, which is based on a book of the same name.
That's a hard title to say out loud. now
The
that you mention
Tomorrow
it.
War?
It's like the rural juror.
Well, it's because what?
The Tomorrow War.
Therapist? What? It's fun. Funny story. My fiance's son calls Among Us
Among Us.
because he really wants to pronounce the G, and it drives me crazy.
Among Us.
Among Us. Sounds like he's saying it's very large. That
Hugh
game is
Jackman.
Among Us. Hugh Jackman. So, Tomorrow War came about, and we decided that we're going to talk a little bit about some movies that have to do with time travel.
But not the ones you're thinking of.
But not the Back to the Futures or the Hot Tub Time Machines, though it was on the table. Instead,
Very briefly.
we're going to talk a little bit about the Tomorrow War. Mm-hmm. Then we're going to talk a little bit about a little indie film called...
Primer.
No, what? Why can't I? I literally had
Safety
the name.
Not Guaranteed.
Thank you.
They're
Safety
both,
Not Guaranteed.
They're both little indie films.
And then another little student film called Primer. So let's start with Primer. So what was that?
God.
2005?
2004.
2004.
So this fellow over
felt
here.
like a student film. 1000%.
Well, here's the thing. Well, first of all, Tony was like, I don't want to do Hot Tub Time Machine, even though we had already talked about it days earlier and I'd already watched it.
It felt gratuitous.
It was, but now he's like, well, watch Primer today before the podcast. And I was like, I got some busy work at work. I'll make it work. You know, it's 77 minutes. How bad could it be? It is the most convoluted shit by the last third that I was so fucking confused.
My thought process behind it was I kind of did a little research and I discovered that people called it some of the most scientifically accurate representations of time travel in a time travel movie.
Ryan Johnson contacted Shane Carruth?
Shane Carruth.
It's definitely
Shane
wrong.
Carruth.
It's
Shane
not the Carruth. On Looper.
Because of the science and
And the time travel.
yeah.
And Shane was like, no, none of your shit makes sense. And that was the end of the conversation.
especially the chin. The chin on that.
Why
pin.
did you put those contacts in, JGL? I mean, you didn't shave his head, though, so he doesn't look like angry Mr. Clean over there? I don't know.
Okay, so in this movie, first of all, this was definitely a first film.
$7,000, most of which was spent on film stock.
I was going to say, was it even filmed? It looks like it was made on like a 1987 camcorder.
It was made on film, but then it was converted to digital, like
Easily the worst
videotapes.
movie to watch at 1080p, let alone 4K.
You are correct.
I'm sure you probably had some. Did it
No,
up convert?
I bet I don't know. I mean, I think
I
the way.
paid the extra $1 for the HD. What
no,
the-
I got the standard def because I was just watching on my phone.
There are too many damn movies on streaming in standard def right now.
You're correct.
Yeah, you are correct.
It's
We're on
ridiculous.
aspect ratio.
Spend
yeah,
some
they don't
goddamn
care.
money and put them up properly.
You're right.
So, we talk about movies in thirds. So I'm going to address this movie in thirds.
Well, you're the one who picked this, so I'm interested. Like you lead this. Like why primer?
I went into this blindly. Right?
Me too.
I searched
Me too.
a list. I found a list of the top 15 time travel movies. All of them were all the ones you expect. Back to the Future,
Sure.
blah, blah, blah. Hot Tub Time Machine.
This little indie film called Avengers Endgame.
Exactly. I didn't even think of it. That is a time travel film. That's funny. It felt like I was watching the Steve Jobs movie to start.
That's fair because it's out
Working
of a garage.
in a garage. You don't really know what they're working on.
Mumblecore, realistic
Right,
dialogue.
But you really don't know what they're working on until
They don't either. That's what's funny about it. Like they have an idea of what it's going to be,
Right.
And then they create time travel by accident.
and then they discover bacteria
Yeah.
that takes
Fungus.
years to grow. A
Yeah.
fungus that takes years to grow that grew in
I think
22
they called
minutes.
it a protein. Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's
So actually, this is a good
it's
conversation.
about stumbling onto time travel, really.
Yeah. Let's talk about the time travel in this movie. And if time travel was real, people say that this film is an accurate representation of what it would look like. And there's a couple different.
If you base that on the chaos of the last third,
Sure.
I agree with you wholeheartedly.
That's fair.
yeah.
And I mean, the time travel in this movie is different than the time travel in the Tomorrow War, which
Yeah.
is different than the time travel in Back to the Future, which is different than the time travel in
2004.
Endgame.
Right? It's 2004. This almost feels like movies like Memento
Which was also super low budget and dealt with time.
and then The Prestige.
oh God!
It feels like it took little bits and pieces of this movie into those movies.
Apparently, it's super influential.
because both Nolan movies, by the way.
Correct. You're right.
And then like the clone situation in The Prestige. Getting
Was
rid
that a
of-
time travel? No, that wasn't a time travel thing.
No, but
He wanted to do
what-
a magic trick, so he cloned himself and then murdered the clone.
Right, but every 22-hour jump, there was another representation, and they passed each other in life. And then there comes a point in this movie where they're gassing the new them and hiding them in the attic or in the closet or whatnot.
No, it's
So that felt very much like The Prestige.
It falls apart. I mean, and it intentionally falls
The
apart.
first 2/3, right? Like if you're interested in science and
Oh, yeah.
experimentation,
And he intentionally
hypotheses-
didn't dumb down the dialogue for
Yeah,
people because
no,
he's like, if I'm going to explain this shit, I'm going to go all
Well,
in.
he's
on
a
it.
former software developer, right?
And you can tell.
So the dialogue is definitely it felt very accurate. I'm not a scientist, but it felt
Sure.
very scientifically accurate, the conversations they were having. It didn't bore me.
No, I think it for a 70-minute film. I think
Yeah.
it drags a little bit in
For
the
sure.
middle before we get into the wacky, convoluted time travel shit.
The acting of the two leads, Abe and Aaron, was not bad. The acting of the wife, Rachel, was
real bad.
terrible.
They're real bad.
Horrible.
Well, I think the problem is it's about. He said in interviews. What's his fucking Shane? Shane said in
we'll
interviews.
just call him Shane. We're on a first name
Shane.
basis.
He's our buddy. Whatever.
Yeah.
He said in interviews it's
Shout
about.
out Shane.
We'll have him on the show.
Yes.
He won't come.
We'll have him on the program.
The program as a guest. He said the movie's about this relationship falling apart, and I'm like, is it? Because I don't really
By
like
the relationship, you mean the friendship between Aaron and Abe.
yeah, the relationship between the two friends. But it's like they seem like kind of chummy coworkers that discovered something
Yeah.
together, and so by the time we get to the third act, like falling out, I was like, I guess.
What relationship are we trying to
Yeah,
save?
it's like this doesn't feel that tragic.
Well, and the crazy thing is that's when the most interesting pieces of the movie came out. The fact that he's listening to March Madness, but it turns out he's not listening to March Madness. He's
trying to
listening
repeat the
himself
dialogue, yeah.
repeat what happened throughout the day.
And that is one interesting thing about the time travels. Like
Yeah.
they have to go through the motions for some of these things
Yeah.
to still happen.
And
So
but then there were other interesting pieces. Their handwriting,
Got
how their handwriting got
worse
terrible
over
as
time.
as they
their
progressed.
ears were bleeding. They would like
yeah
collapse
pass
sometimes.
out and they
yeah.
wouldn't remember anything. Yeah.
So the fact that
Paranoia,
it takes its toll on you, I think, is interesting.
What's crazy is when they discovered it was time travel, they started out as, oh, let's make some money through stocks.
Which is always everyone's first idea. Is like, let's go play some bets.
Yeah,
Let's
but
go
unlike
invest
other
in the
movies,
stock
they
market.
did it intelligently.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
it's not like let's go bet on a horse
that
race.
wouldn't flag them.
Right.
They knew that they could make X amount of dollars.
Yes, and
really quickly.
that's what's interesting is like how strategic it is at first. It's like we have to wait in a hotel for this amount of time before our duplicate is gone and we can go back.
strategery.
Yeah.
But then the dumbass blonde guy decided to break all those rules.
Yeah, and then it just all falls apart in the end.
Yeah. So the last third of this movie was complete chaos.
Intentionally so, but not satisfyingly so.
Yeah, there's no payoff.
Yeah.
Wow.
And his thing's like, oh, if I do it this way, I'll have to keep rewatching my movie and get different things. And I'm never watching this again.
The other thing that really bothered me about this movie was how the voiceover sounded like it was added after the movie.
It sounds like a 5 Gum commercial.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
No, but it was not on the same tonal level as the rest of the
No.
dialogue in the film. It was like the voice of God. It was like this booming
Sure.
voice. Abe walked into the room and unfolded the magnetic box. And
He
it's like-
said, how?
Yeah.
And then I explained it. And then he said, how?
yeah. So it wasn't a terrible choice from a conversation.
I think
piece
it's
about time
an
travel
interesting movie. Now, I guess my question would be, what is your favorite kind of movie time travel? Like, is it I can go back in the past and change something and then the future's all different? Or is it more like...
I like the ones where you can't change anything.
So no matter how much I go back in time, everything's going to be the exact same and
it
it'll work
has to
itself
be,
out.
or else it fucks everything else up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then the problem with that is they always fuck something up, and then they always have to go back and find a way to fix it.
Right.
A la Avengers.
Well, Avengers is interesting because if you go back in time and change something, that's a different timeline.
Yeah.
Your timeline is set no matter what. And I think
Yeah.
if time travel was real, it might be more like that.
Speaking of time travel, did you know if you watch Jaws backwards, it's about a very gentle shark that gives people
throws
back
up.
their limbs?
Oh, good. Throws up a lot.
I thought that was interesting. Swallows all the blood out of the water. It's great. Yeah. Sorry, that was a weird segue.
Was that a segue?
I don't know.
So out of the 3 quote unquote time travel movies we watched, which was your favorite?
Oh,
kind-
easily The Tomorrow War.
No, I mean not movie, but like kind of time travel and how they approach
easily
it.
The Tomorrow War.
That's more traditional though. It's like we can fix something
See, but you
in the
say,
past.
but see, there's nuances, and this is what has bothered me about the reviews of that movie.
Okay.
First of all, let's move on from Primer, right? So,
Fine by me.
basically, it's an interesting story if you're into science and informatics and also all of that kind of stuff. It's kind of cool. Definitely a great first movie. Gets a little chaotic at the end. You can watch it on Amazon Prime for $3, right?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, if it had come out theatrically, would it have done okay? But I think it's a perfect kind of Amazon Prime movie.
Kind of reminds me of Push, right? In that it
Okay.
didn't cost much to make.
The Tomorrow War didn't?
No, Primer.
Oh, I thought we switched gears.
Well, I was closing.
I am so
it's
close
okay.
the loop. Close the
It's
loop.
okay.
Time travel thing.
Yeah, it's called ending a segment and moving on.
And
to
it's
the
called
next.
I Have Extreme ADD, and I
Yeah,
got very
that's
confused
okay.
for a minute. No, I agree.
It
I
reminds
think
me
it's
of Push, right? Push
Right.
is a movie I enjoyed, right? But it was clearly made with a low budget. It was not made to be theatrically released.
or not widely.
Correct. And
Like,
it
if-
won some awards.
If
at
you
some
stumble
shows.
in it
yeah.
into an art house and you see it, you'll
Yeah.
probably get something out of it.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting debut for a schmuck that's so pretentious he's only made one other movie.
I was going to say, did you see his second film? Do you remember anything
Upstream
about it?
Color, I feel bad because I saw it with my art film school crown back in college, and I did not care
From
for it.
Liberty University?
Liberty, yes. And I
Gerald
did,
Liberty?
and I didn't get it, and they were all like, "Oh my god, let's talk about this for hours," and I'm like, I wasn't into it.
Was Kenneth Branagh in it with a weird Russian accent?
See, then I would have loved it.
Okay.
It's about bugs that are decomposing in you or something.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. So, anyways,
yeah.
jump started the career of the guy who played Abe. He's been in a lot of stuff that we've seen, that you've seen. Turns out, I guess he's a comedic actor, which is interesting. So, definitely it's one of those movies that if you like artsy movies, if you like movies that went to festivals and was successful, Watch it. It won't hurt you. It's $3.
And what's cool about it is like streaming allows you to just absorb other kinds of art and movies you wouldn't normally watch just on a whim. And I'm glad
Without paying $10 for the ticket and then $10 for
I'm glad
popcorn
you
and-
were like, let's try this. And I'm like, all right, I've kind of heard of this, and it was confusing as fuck, but I'll remember it.
I mean, Carruth was trying to make that auteur film, right? You know, the...
Oh yeah, and of course they slapped it on the poster a review that happened to say like the most compelling sci-fi since 2001, and I mean like I'd get a big pretentious boner too if I had someone said that about one of my films.
I mean, but in 2004, maybe it was.
Probably.
You know?
You might be right.
Yeah, we'd have to look at what else came out in 2004. What else was it similar to? What
Garfield the movie? I don't know. What came out that year?
Starring Jason...
Shrek 2?
Let's see.
Hey. Are you looking?
Well, of course.
New York Minute starring the Olsen
Hey,
twins
our producer's
and
actually
Eugene
paying attention
Levy.
to the show this week. So what else came out in 2004?
The
Mean
Terminal.
Girls.
The Terminal, starring the seminal classic
National
Tom Hanks.
Treasure.
Sideways.
National
Sideways is great.
Sideways was decent. Thomas...
iRobot.
Hayden Church.
iRobot?
Dodgeball.
I thought
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. Jeez.
Oh, you said movies. I'm sorry. Scooby-Doo 2.
Starring Matthew Lillard,
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Catwoman.
Sarah
Ew.
Michelet. Wait, which Catwoman?
The one we just talked about.
Woman.
Cat.
Starring the Halle Berry.
Oh, Team America. World Police.
Wait a second. Oh, no,
yeah.
that's basketball. I was going to say, those guys had 2 movies?
Harry Potter.
Technically, they had like 3 or 4. Remember
Right, at the same
Orgasmo?
time.
Anchorman. God, that's old.
Anchorman. Oh my god.
Hellboy. Hell yeah.
Hellboy, Napoleon Dynamite, Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but realistically, there's nothing that falls into this kind of
Aviator.
genre.
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
Riddick.
Chronicles of Riddick.
Garden State. I forgot about that.
Fuck Garden State.
Talk about
Oh,
narcissistic
shit.
trash.
No
The
kidding.
butterfly effect.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah, Ashton Kutcher.
Oh no. Oh no. Anyway.
So, back to the Tomorrow War. Thank you,
Not
Chris.
Done yet, damn it. Okay.
Oh, no, you're done.
Shark
You're good.
Tale.
Starsky and Hutch.
Starring Will Smith? What?
Oh, The Life Aquatic. Gotta
Great
get that
movie.
in there.
Great movie. One of my favorites.
With Steve Zissou?
Zissou.
The Born Supremacy. Napoleon Dynamite.
Which one is that? 2 or 3? I think that's 2. Ultimatum is 3?
No, Identity Ultimatum Supremacy.
Oh, so that was the 3rd one. Okay, yeah, they came out like 2002, 2003, 2004. Okay,
Yeah.
well, we got there. We
Eternal
got there.
Sunshine, yes.
Great movie.
Eternal Sunshine kind of follows the vein.
Now that's got a good sci-fi premise.
Spanglish.
What a hit.
Penelope Cruz and Adam Sandler?
And Kevin Bacon is not in the movie.
Is he?
He's not in the movie.
Okay, are we done with 2004 movies?
Downfall.
But 2004 movies are never done with you.
$1 million baby. Ooh. Dawn of the Dead.
You know, our boy.
George A.
Shaun of the Dead also.
Great movie. 2004 was better than I gave it credit
Shudder.
for.
Fuck.
Shutterfuck, my favorite movie.
I prefer Shutter Island.
I'll pick one more.
One more. Make it a good one. He's going to say
Your
Shark Tale
job
again.
depends on this.
Seed of Chucky.
Yes, he wins!
Starring Jennifer Tilly.
That movie's so great, and everyone hates it.
Okay, back to the Tomorrow
Chucky's-
War. Thank you, Chris.
Chucky's chasing real-life Jennifer Tilly with a turkey baster full of cum. It's a great movie.
Oh, wow.
And beer just about went all over my screen.
That's a
So it's just like real life. Wait.
second semen reference in a row.
Third one's free.
Cum isn't necessarily full of semen, Tony.
Don't Breathe, the pre-sequel.
Oh, did you see? Oh, talk about the trailer real quick, because I
No,
missed
haven't
that.
watched the trailer yet.
You
Here's
were
the
in the
thing.
theater.
It feels like they're heroically promoting
Isn't it? It's
what was
weird.
very predatory
It's
in the
weird,
first-
and I
yeah.
don't like
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
We
Let's
won't
move on.
see it.
As a father, I have issues.
That's fair. Just
Okay.
as a person, you have issues too.
Let's not talk about the Tomorrow War yet. Let's talk about safety not guaranteed.
Okay. So freshman year of college, I had a dollar theater that was in walking distance that I loved, and they would just play random indie movies, whatever reels they could get their hands on, because they didn't have digital projectors. And this was one of them, and I watched it on a whim, and I loved it.
So I'm going to be honest with you.
You hated it.
90% of the movies that you're like, ooh, let's watch this that I've never heard of, I hate with a passion.
Well,
This one I enjoyed.
oh, good. Yes.
So I was a little disappointed that the comedy-centric cast was not very funny.
They're not funny.
So you have Jake Johnson,
Dopinder,
Aubrey Plaza.
Mark Duplass.
Dopinder has a name. How racist
I don't remember
is it?
his real name.
How racist is it that we don't know his
It's
name?
something Son, but I can't remember.
We should look that up because he's
shit.
been actually in more movies.
He's in a
than
lot, and
you
I
think.
always call him Dopinder. And I feel
Yeah.
I have to throw this in. Kill Bill was also in 2004.
Kill Bill 1 or 2?
Volume 2.
Two. You're right.
Because 2003
Yeah,
was
2003
one.
was one. You're right.
Because I went to see it with my last girlfriend before my wife.
Oh Jesus!
Aww.
That's why we're not together. Wait,
You and your wife? Did she leave you, Chris?
my girlfriend before
Like
my
the
wife.
titular Bill, was she into autoerotic asphyxiation?
His name is
No, she wasn't. That's why.
His name is Karen Sonny.
Are you sure it's Sonny? Sony?
Karan Sony.
How are you still getting ads for Trolls World Tour?
I don't know, dude. It's probably
Oh
out
shit!
on.
Oh no, the
Blu-ray or
best
something.
one, the highlight, Jersey Girl.
God, no.
Ruined it all.
Speaking of Jersey Girl,
Oh
apparently
wait, but New York Minute came out. We
I
get the
told you
Olsen
this
twins.
with the
Oh, you did?
Eugene Levy.
Apparently Benifer is a thing again.
Yeah, I heard
50
that.
First Days.
Oh, was Gigi in 2003 or 2004?
Shark Tale.
That's when Christopher Walken would love a big bowl of pie.
So this Karen Sony guy who played Dopinder actually has 77 77 movies to his credit.
Dude likes to work.
So yeah, he was in Like a Boss.
What a hit.
Had a role in Will and Grace.
What a hit. The reboot.
Detective Pikachu.
With also with Ryan Reynolds.
He was in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. He was in Trolls World Tour.
Damn it.
Super Intelligence.
Oh, was that the Melissa McCarthy movie nobody saw?
A lot of people saw it actually.
Okay.
No, they didn't.
He was in Bobcat Goldthwait's TV series.
Bobcat has a TV series?
He did for
Bobcat has a Goldthwait? That's pretty good. We should look into his directorial career sometime.
On it.
He made a movie about Bigfoot,
He was in Silicon Valley for 5 years.
and then Bobcat made a movie about a woman that blows her dog and then falls in love.
He was in the new Ghostbusters movie in 2016.
Yeah, he's delivering wontons to Melissa McCarthy. It's a running gag. It's a movie.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I mean, so he's got some pretty.
What was
good
his name
credits.
again? After all that, I forgot.
Karan Sonny.
That's our career retrospective on Karan Sani.
Okay. So, anyways,
Oh wait, he directed Police Academy 2 and 1 and 2. I
Bobcat
didn't know that.
did?
Yes.
Did he
know
do
that.
Shakes the Clown, or was that Bill Murray and
Maybe
he was
he
just in
didn't.
it?
This thing could be fucked up. That doesn't sound right.
He's not on the right IMDb.
No. Something's up.
IMBD.com.
IMDb?
Dot what?
I am Groot.
It's got ads for penis enhancers, so he knows
And
he's
Trolls
on the
World
wrong.
Tour.
Yeah, and Trolls World Tour.
We're gonna have a
next to each
Steve
other.
Gutenberg episode.
No.
It'll be a short one. Fun.
Short Circuit was a movie,
3 Men
and
and a
the
Baby?
episode is over. 3 Men and a Baby. Tower of
And,
No, that
Terror.
was Paul Reiser. That wasn't Steve Gutenberg. Everybody gets.
No, you're
them mixed
right.
up.
You're right.
Stonecutters
Zeus and
aren't-
Roxanne, you remember that one? He's got the dolphin and the doggy, and they are friends.
Stonecutters
Did you
aren't doing their
know
work.
that Turner and Hooch
He's getting a remake with Josh Peck.
is already out? And
Oh,
it's a
really?
series, yeah.
Did you watch it?
No,
Okay.
but Josh Peck is actually playing
Turner
Tom
and
Hanks'
Hooch.
son.
Oh, it's a continuation?
Yeah, and Hooch is still Hooch.
Wouldn't the dog be dead?
Not necessarily.
Oh, God.
The dog would be dead. Or
Not
very old.
necessarily.
It was the mid-'80s. He would be dead or old.
Everything he directed is terrible.
Bobcat? Oh, yeah.
Oof.
Poor thing.
I mean,
so,
his comedy wasn't even that good.
Oh,
He directed World's Greatest Dad.
That's a great movie.
And that's the only thing great. That's the last thing he did. 2009.
That's a good one to go out on.
Yeah, good one to go out on.
So, safety not guaranteed.
Yeah, so Safety Not Guaranteed is
What's the
an
plot?
indie film based on an ad that was placed in a newspaper. What are
You
did I
have
have
popcorn on you.
Oh, I'm
On your
sorry.
nipple.
Thank you. My
You're
nipple
welcome.
is not in the center of my
It's
stomach.
pretty dark in here.
weirdo. Tyler, go ahead and explain it a little better than I.
Okay, so there was an ad at some point. We didn't do enough research because I was very busy today. That said, I need someone to go back in time with me.
Newspaper ad.
Yeah, I need someone to go back in time with me. This is not a joke. Safety not guaranteed. So Colin Trevorrow had commissioned someone to write a script based on this, and this was his
So
first
the advertisement
movie.
was real.
Yes.
The classified ad was real.
And the poster is just the ad, which I think is brilliant. So Aubrey Plaza plays someone,
An intern.
Yeah, at this newspaper or magazine.
Magazine.
And she's tasked to go with Jake Johnson and Karan Soni to go and investigate this guy. And it's just Aubrey Plaza hanging out with Mark Duplass one-on-one and trying to see if he's
Who has a classic mullet, by the way.
He does. And
Bowl cut mullet. It's
and
fantastic.
a fake ear
Yeah.
that he's very self-conscious about.
Yeah.
And she's just trying to see if he's a wacko.
Driving a Datsun 300 or something. It's a great car. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he's claiming he's building a time machine, and she needs to find out if he's legit or not.
Right.
And they kind of fall for each other and blah, blah, blah. You know how this goes. But it's a great movie.
Yeah. He has this great story about why he's going back to the year 2000. I mean, if you're
Not
gonna
to
go,
stop 9/11.
Right. If you're going to go back and something about a girl.
I wouldn't go back to 2000 for Kristen
Jake Johnson
Bell.
is fantastic in this
He's
movie.
so good.
What I love about this is he starts to break down his I'm the lead journalist character. And then someone pisses him off and he immediately goes to like raging narcissist, like, I didn't want you anyways.
He just regresses like none other,
Yeah,
and it's
pretty-
fantastic.
And then he comes in and gets in Dopender's face and he's like, let's go fuck bitches. And
He's trying to show Dopender a good time.
yeah. Yeah.
It's actually really touching. And I won't spoil the ending, but this is a time travel episode.
Yeah, that's a good. I mean, that's yeah. So all in all, it's about the adventures of
Mark Duplass
and
Aubrey Plaza doing illegal shit.
Yeah, Aubrey Plaza is infiltrating to try and get the story, which then Jake Johnson's character is going to publish. Yeah, I mean, it was well acted,
Again, I think
well
it
written.
wasn't as low budget as the other one, but still under $1 million to make this thing. And you got some. I think he got some big names before they were like huge names, like Aubrey Plaza and Jake Johnson were just starting.
This was Jake Johnson right after he started New Girl.
Yep. And then Aubrey Plaza was only a few years into Parks and Rec.
Yeah, but Aubrey Plaza is known for, I hate to use the term slumming it, but
You're right.
even after big name that she's become, or bigger name that she's
She
become.
still likes to do indie flicks like
Yeah,
this.
she'll still throw herself into these indie
She just
flicks.
did one last year that was great.
Well, Buffalo or something?
Black Bear.
Black Bear, that's right. Buffalo, Black
Buffalo
Bear.
Bill.
Both large, hairy animals. Weird.
How is our favorite bear?
I don't know where to go with that one.
No, you showed us his track the other episode.
Oh, Daddy B gets mentioned 2 episodes in a row. He's actually in town from Spain.
Oh, we should have him on the show.
You want me to call him? I could call him right
Yeah,
now.
call him right now.
Impromptu Daddy B moment. So what I liked about the movie, it was well written. I felt like Duplass's character was spot on. Like, for a comedian and who's part of a producing duo with his brother, I think
Yep.
a writing duo
And directing.
and directing.
Cyrus is amazing, by the way, if you haven't checked that
I
out.
feel like he is really, really good. Like
Usually when I see
everything
him,
that
yeah.
I've seen him in, even in roles where he just played a comedian, which is what he is,
Or just a bit part. Like,
Yeah.
he's really good.
he's really, really good. Aubrey Plaza broke probably 5 times in the movie, and they were all in the edit.
Yep. You're
and,
right.
and it's great because I mean she's become this big star, and she's left the gap in her teeth, and she just does the movies that she wants. But there was something appealing about her in this movie. She's not trying to fuck Robert De Niro, that's
Oh, God. I forgot.
Dave and Mike.
Dave and Mike still need wedding dates.
Jake Johnson was initially this narcissistic asshole who, as soon as he got the interns to do the story with him, the first thing he does is recognize that his boss is eyeing him from across the room, and he's like, I fucked Bobby. Just lets it out. Tells the intern, just so you know, I fucked her. And it's just one of those things where it's the perfect character for him. To be fair, I think this is. I don't know how I didn't see this movie. I'm a little disappointed you didn't tell me to watch it prior.
Tony, like you said this episode, whenever I recommend something, you don't know if you're going to hate it or not.
I don't know why that stops you. It gives you an opportunity to introduce me to new stuff.
I'll keep doing it
clearly,
then.
I recommended Primer, so this is an opportunity.
No, I was very happy you
Yeah.
recommended Primer because I forgot all about Shane Carruth.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I liked this movie. I think for me, this is a easy 3.5, 4 out of 5. I mean,
fair.
this is a movie that
It didn't hold up. Like, I didn't love it like the first time I saw it. I'm
Don't
like,
tell me that. I was just about to say I'd rewatch it, but
no, it does still hold up on rewatch, but I think I've grown since 2012.
Yeah.
And
apparently I haven't.
no, I mean, I still love it, but it's more of a hangout movie than I remembered.
Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing.
like
but,
in the background, catch 20 minutes here and there kind of movie.
yeah, it's like, yeah, that's a perfect way. It's like it's
Like
a perfect
you've already watched
half-watching
one movie.
Yeah.
You want to turn on a second movie and
it's
have
like,
a conversation.
It's just these characters hanging out, and I
Yeah.
can kind of come in and out, and
Yeah.
it's still enjoyable. You
and
know?
it has some funny moments. It has some touching moments.
Well, let's talk about the ending.
Okay.
Because apparently, some people didn't like it because they wanted to be more ambiguous, whereas the ending flat out
I
tells
kind
you.
of just wanted it to fail miserably.
Okay, that's interesting. Because I think it doesn't matter at that point if he's crazy or not.
But it was also kind of a redemption story in that regard. You know, it's like
Sure.
everyone thought he was fucking crazy. And they give you the ear prosthetic to make you think, oh, this guy's a fucking alien or something like that, right?
Right.
So it drops little hints throughout the movie, and then the payoff, you're like, oh,
This guy's a genius.
okay, sure. Yeah. Safety's still not guaranteed.
Isn't that all relationships?
Yeah. I thought the most, for me, the seminal moment. Yes, there's another
Look at
semen
you with that
comment.
$20 word.
For me, that moment though was when she realizes that this thing could be real, and the first thing she does is run to the truck and look for the canister, right? And watch the movie so you know what I'm talking about. But basically, they have this: if something goes wrong, I'm going to leave a note in this canister inside this truck. And the first thing she does is goes to look, and there's nothing there. And so it's at that moment where you're kind of like, what the fuck is happening? And, you know, and then it all kind of pays off.
Did you think he was going to be crazy and it was going to fail?
It's one of those things where I don't know if I expected it to be. You know, I kind of expected it. Oh, it's an indie film. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, I was like,
he's
do they
really
have
a
the budget for time
traveler.
travel? Yeah.
Right. But you didn't want it to.
Yeah. No, for sure.
So, you know, it was one of those things. I wondered how he was going to get the boat up to 88 miles an hour.
I see you.
Yeah.
It's a time travel boat for once.
Yeah. So the payoff for me worked. I didn't have a real problem with it. I like the fact that he goes from this hunched over hiding character to I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks, so you coming with me?
And more
kinda
confident.
situation.
Yeah.
And you could see it in his stature.
It's, again,
when
a
he's
great
standing in the boat.
performance.
Yeah.
It's like the subtle little things about it.
Yeah. So definitely cements Duplass, I think, as a solid actor for sure. And he wasn't funny. I mean, it wasn't a comedic role. So
Oh, yeah. He's very sympathetic in the movie.
oh, for sure.
Even though if he is a little bit of a crazy person.
Very likable on the crazy scale. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
for sure.
So I enjoyed it. Thanks for recommending it. I
Yeah,
enjoyed
absolutely.
It, so. Shocker.
Thank you for recommending Primer.
I'm sorry.
Or forcing me to watch it because you didn't recommend it because you ain't seen it
Well,
yet.
because Hot Tub Time Machine is a piece of hot trash.
I know I wanted to hate on it, but what can you say about that?
I mean, hate on it. Let's hate on it. It's terrible.
have you seen the sequel?
Yes,
It's so much worse.
It's literally a movie for 5 comedians who just wanted to be as crass as they could, making jokes about a hot tub that takes you back in time.
And Chevy Chase is also there.
Well, he's a piece of shit too.
No, he's a real piece of shit. I think that was kind of the death. I mean, that was the last breath of like the Hangover-esque comedies. Like we,
But yeah, I mean, there's no
far
layers
past it.
to that movie.
No,
That's not an onion. That's a banana.
that
You peel
is
the
a
peel off
boner
and-
comedy.
Yeah, 1,000%.
through and through.
Yeah. Could you see any more fake tits?
No, there's also that.
Yeah.
There's one funny scene where Craig Robinson thinks his wife is cheating on him, so he calls her as a little girl and yells at her.
Everything Craig Robinson does is funny.
So
I think
good.
he's him and then the long-haired geeky kid that plays his son.
Oh yeah, he's also on The Office.
He's I think he's directed some stuff. I
Has
think
he?
he directed
I haven't
the
seen him in a
second
while.
one, actually.
Oh, that's upsetting for him.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
But
I had
anyways,
the
he was pretty
misfortune of
funny.
getting drugged to the second one at the Dollar Theater in college.
You got drugged at the second one?
No.
Wow.
No, I got drugged to see it with some people, and it was the most miserable theater going experience of my life.
So it was almost like an hour up.
A little bit like that.
So
Oh, there's one good joke in the second one where Craig Robinson has knowledge
Yeah.
of the future or whatever, or past. Anyway, he steals Lisa Loeb's song.
yes, yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
You say.
I think that's so Craig Robinson hosted The Masked Dancer on Fox.
What the fuck is the Masked Dancer?
So there's
oh my
the Masked
god!
Singer, right? And I gotta be
Oh
honest
my
with you,
God.
it's worth watching just for Craig Robinson. He's really funny.
Why do they keep getting comedians to do this? I think Zoe Deschanel's hosting a game show now.
She's hosting the
Elizabeth-
dating game.
Elizabeth Banks is hosting a game show now.
she really?
Tiffany Haddish is hosting a game show now.
Yeah. Well, Haddish I would watch because she's pretty damn funny.
But it's like,
the thing I like about Haddish is she has no filter.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's
So
why
no
I'm like,
matter
why are you
where-
putting her on
yeah.
ABC primetime?
But we are straying away a little bit from the primary topic. So let's.
Oh, you are correct. I just
let's-
wanted to emphasize that
yeah.
millennials killed network TV, and now it's just sitcoms and
I think
game shows
streaming
for old
services-
people.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
So let's circle back though. So the Tomorrow
Tomorrow
War.
War.
Is what started
Speaking of
this whole
streaming,
conversation.
see, it was coming back.
Amazon Prime. The Tomorrow War, starring Chris Pratt,
Christopher Pratt,
Yvonne Strahovski of Dexter fame.
Betty Gilpin,
Is that the girl from
The Hunt.
The Hunt.
She's so good,
Uh-huh.
and she's kind of in this.
Yeah, she was definitely a bit part for someone that's really
Apparently, if there is a sequel, they say they're going to give her a bigger role, and I'm like, she's great. I want to see her more.
good. The fact that they have a sequel kind of upsets me. The fact that they've already announced a sequel upsets me a little
that's how Hollywood works, unfortunately. I don't know
Yeah.
what you would do with this
But like,
premise.
you want to leave this movie thinking that it
It all worked out.
worked out. So
And his daughter's alive and well and doesn't hate him.
yeah. Concept of the Tomorrow War is everyone's going about life. All of a sudden, these soldiers from 30 years prior, 30
Interrupt
years in
the
the
soccer
future.
game like everyone's going to be watching a soccer game.
It's the World Cup.
You're right.
Show up and they say we need help. We're being killed en masse in the future. We need soldiers. And for some reason, all those that qualify aren't alive 30 years from now.
Well, there's a lot of questions, right? Why did they go 30 years in the past? Why not further? Why not sooner?
Okay, so that question was answered, and that's one of the other things that the reviews have said that drives me crazy. That question
I
was
missed
answered.
it.
When they
Okay.
discovered time travel, there were 2 points in time that are continuously moving.
Oh, you're right.
and they're
but why
unable to
then?
adjust that.
Why then?
That's
Because
the
it was in
only
2050 and then 2022.
time.
Okay.
2052 and 2022.
Okay.
But those were just the only 2 points in
You
time
can
that
go-
they could reach.
And like those 2 points can't be.
they can't be moved,
Yeah.
altered.
You
They're
have- you can-
continuing to progress.
Yes. So you can go
right?
back and you can go forward, but you can't go anywhere
Right.
else.
So you go away for 7 days, you're gone for 7 days.
Yeah, that's right.
And you reappear a week later.
Yeah.
Right? And so people have complained about that. I'm like, that works though. I love that it's just not, hey, you want to travel? Let's
Did they
choose a date.
explain why it's like that?
They did, yeah.
Okay.
And that's because the time is constantly moving and the point-to-point
So
transfer.
you like more of that kind of the way they did this time travel kind of has it both ways, where it's like you can't fix the future and the past, but also you can because that's what they end up doing.
See, I don't think there was ever a you can't fix the future.
So this was
and
always
the past.
supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's a
but
way
I
to look
think
at it.
what I like about it is that instead of the choose the date that you want to travel to, that it's literally you
can go
have
here.
one point,
Right.
and if you fall out of the sky and you're falling 500 feet up in the air, you're fucked, and we can't control it.
Well, that's the other thing about time travel, because the Earth is always rotating. So if
Mm-hmm.
you went back to a fixed point in time, there's no guarantee that the Earth would still be at that point. in time.
Correct. And so that's the one thing about this was that point, and they said at that point,
Oh, it's aligned.
is continually
So the Earth
moving.
would still be
So it's linear
in
time
that
travel
orbit.
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing that they mentioned was how young all of the soldiers were.
Or old.
How young all of them. That's
Oh, the soldiers that come back are
Uh-huh.
young. The soldiers that go in are
because
40 and older.
correct, because they're not going to be alive 30 years down the road. So there's no chance for any of those
And the young ones that
stereotypical-
go to the past haven't been born yet.
Correct.
Okay.
Exactly. And so that, people are complaining about these things, and I'm reading these reviews.
Wait
and
a minute. No, then his daughter comes, and she's been born.
Right, his daughter, yes, but they don't tell her. He figures it out when someone calls her Colonel Forrester. But she's 30 years older. She's 9.
My brain hurts.
But anyways, if you think about the movie, and I've watched it twice by choice, right?
Really?
Yeah, but if you think about the movie...
Because you got an early pass thanks to Amazon.com.
Yeah. If you think about the movie and if you watch it and pay attention to some of the dialogue surrounding the time travel and surrounding those pieces of it, it actually makes a lot of sense, which is why all of these reviews are actually pissing me off, because it feels like they watched it while they're watching another movie.
Sure.
Because it's like you are talking like you've seen this movie, but you're talking like you haven't seen this movie. So, yeah.
It's fun and easy to hate on something. I don't know why they ganged up on this movie, but...
So
it's no more...
it's Chris Pratt not being funny, right? So
But he's been doing a lot of them.
He has a couple one-liners in the movie that fit perfectly.
Sure, it's in character.
He plays an emotional role that you kind of get into the emotion that he's feeling when he runs into his daughter 30 years down the road. Yvonne Strahovski, who I've always liked, I think wasn't she also in the Handmaid's Tale? I think she was one of the wives in the Handmaid's Tale.
I think you're right.
She almost has to play an emotionless character for a large portion of her role, because she's this superior officer and she can't let other people know that she's his daughter in the future and things. Spoiler.
She can't give him an edge either because he's supposed to fulfill
Correct.
a certain mission.
Yeah, so they have to treat each other like soldiers. And that it gets to a point where Pratt's like, dude, I can't just be a soldier. You're my fucking daughter, and I'm going to act like it. And I don't know. I don't see the plot holes. I don't have issues with the way that it's resolved. People are hating on Pratt because of this church that he goes to and all of this stuff. And
A lot of celebrities go to that church first
But
of all.
at the same time, one of the primary components of the resolution of this movie is climate change.
Well, that's how the monsters appear.
Yeah.
It's again,
So-
spoilers. We won't go into it,
But
but that's
the
a
thing.
part of it.
They have this idea that these aliens arrived, and the reality is they were always here.
there. Yeah.
And so, I don't have a problem with that because it makes sense, right?
And they did. And there is a bit of science involved. Like
Yeah.
the main character,
The
Chris Pratt,
volcano,
is a scientist.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's a researcher who's working as
the
a high
other
school
character is
teacher.
a scientist. His daughter grows up to be a scientist researching the toxin that's ultimately going to kill the creature. And
And then the
fact-
autistic kid in his high school class
that
helps
loved
him.
volcanoes,
Yeah.
and that came back into play.
The best part is when he just snaps laptop. I'm just like, yeah. He's like, I'm a badass now. Yeah. I enjoyed the movie so much that I watched it twice.
I didn't love it as much as you.
I didn't say I loved it. I said
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Here's my thing. And
I also watched it because I had to leave the house for 10 minutes in the middle of it, and because it was a
Oh.
screening, I couldn't pause it.
oh, that's stupid.
So I watched
You
it
watched
the second time to
You watched
see
it one
the
and a
middle
half
piece.
times.
Yes. But I would probably watch it again.
You would give it another half.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I think it could have ended at a certain point and been around 90 to 100 minutes.
But that's another thing that I read in all of these reviews, and I'm like,
Oh, really?
no, it couldn't have. If you look at the pieces, right? If you separate it into those thirds, right? The beginning third is introducing Chris Pratt and the problem.
Right.
The middle part is establishing the fact that he
Establishing the
finds out
threat,
that his
finding
daughter
the
is
solution.
extremely intelligent. They
Right.
find the solution. And then the third part is my daughter has died. I watched her die 30 years in the future. I should be breaking down, but I realize that the only thing that I can do is try and save my daughter. And that's the third act. And it works. So I don't understand how it could have been shorter. I didn't find myself wanting for that time back.
Okay.
No, it's a question. How could it have been shorter?
Oh.
What would you have removed?
If you had condensed the ending with them releasing the toxin with the point where she makes the toxin and like maybe combine those two things into one more concise ending, I could kind of see that. But I also see your point.
I'm not sure I understand that.
Because the whole arc of the movie is them bonding and making the toxin and working together to find a solution against the bugs.
Is that the arc of the movie, or is that the underarching plot line? Because it feels like the arc of the movie returns to the primary point line, which is help us save the planet.
Oh, okay.
And that's kind of a secondary storyline that you worry ends because you watch her die. But then you also have, I thought that the J.K. Simmons part and the way that it played back into the third act
bringing him back in, sure.
was perfect, right?
Okay. Because he's got to reconcile with his family.
Well, early in the first act, he says there's no such thing as second chances.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't need your help. I'm not asking for your help. And
Right.
then after spending some time with his daughter,
But
he comes
that
back.
piece about second chances is a
the whole crux
tertiary
of the
plot
movie,
line, right?
right.
Because that's the whole point of it. We're fucked. Oh wait, here's a second chance. Let's make this happen. If it doesn't, we still have the toxin, right? So it's, I don't know. I liked the storyline. I don't see those plot holes because I feel like I can explain them.
Sure.
And so it worked for
I mean,
me.
if you wanted to pick apart Edge of Tomorrow, which everybody loved, you could do that.
I didn't love Edge of Tomorrow the first time I saw it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
It felt like a half-hour-long movie that got turned into a 2-hour-long movie. Because they replayed the same fucking scene over and over and over.
Do you also hate Groundhog Day?
It probably, I did. We've talked about that many times. I didn't like Groundhog Day.
Broken. You are broken.
Sorry.
No, don't apologize.
I mean,
It's
that's
your
probably Andy McDowell, though, because I've hated her from day one.
I hope you've enjoyed our last episode together.
problem. She gave a
Hey, you know what? My fiance loves Multiplicity, and I...
You know what's better than one Michael Keaton? Several Michael
of
Keatons.
them. So, so Tomorrow War for me, I think, ironically, Alec and I had, he wrote a review on it, and I went back and read it, and we were pretty much on the same page.
did he- what did
he
he
was a
say?
little callous about the Chris Pratt stuff.
Well, he's more diehard liberal than you or I think.
I mean, it's pretty tough to be more diehard liberal than I, but I felt like it was irrelevant to the film. And so that was my and I've told him this, so it's not like he's going to listen to this episode, which he does, and we thank him for that.
Yeah, no, I know.
So, I told him that in the public post on Facebook. I'm like, I don't know if I agree with you about the Chris Pratt stuff, but your review is pretty much spot on. And yeah, I mean, it was an exciting movie. It was fun. I thought the CGI was pretty great.
Did you like the design of the monster?
I did.
It didn't go full Cloverfield this time.
No, what I like about the monster is you see those monsters that have their arms, like when they're in the eggs, their arms are like T-Rex arms, really short, and then that maintained with the character throughout. But the other piece is that they would tear off their own injured limbs in order to be able to move without walking with a limp, basically. So everything about the monster was kind of creative, in my opinion.
Sure.
In that they did everything they could to be as fast as possible. It seemed like that was a constant. Even killing the slower ones, that kind of stuff. So,
Okay, I like that.
yeah, I thought it was interesting.
Because they're not an intelligent alien invasion that's hinted that there's a bigger threat that sent them there.
Not that sent them, that crashed.
Oh.
Yeah, see,
I
that
I thought there was another civilization that like planted
So
them on us.
the civilization, that's what they thought, is they thought that that's what happened, is they came to invade the Earth, but when they discovered the spaceship, the aliens that were on the spaceship are different from the white spikes,
They're already dead.
and they're dead.
Right.
And it's clear that the
There could be
spaceship...
more of them, though.
It's clear that the spaceship crashed.
Okay.
And so that was a piece that they mentioned. Again, something that's never talked about in these reviews. I'm like, they literally said it in the movie. So,
Okay.
yeah. Feel free to argue with me about this, by the way.
No, I like how you did your homework with it. I kind of watched it and I kind of dug it, and I was expecting it
Yeah.
to be dumb, but I'm like, it's no more dumb than Edge of Tomorrow.
I mean,
and I
it's
like
not
that movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
No.
It's not.
It's not super intelligent sci-fi, but it's not trying to be.
It had its moments of intelligence.
No, that's what I was just about to say. That it
Yeah.
picks and chooses some moments of like
the
we're going to apply
the intelligence
real
of
science.
the queen, the intelligence of the queen,
Yeah.
and communicating, and how she was discovered. Humans think that they're safe in the water, and it turns out they're not. Things like that, So I liked that.
Yeah,
aspect of the movie.
that's how it should be with a movie like this.
Yeah.
You're discovering along with the characters
Yeah.
things about this
Very
threat.
Starship Troopers as well. The aliens, very much so.
It reminded me more of like the evil rat cat monster from the Colosseum scene in Attack of the Clones. Because there was like the mantis one, and then there was a more cat-looking one.
I don't remember that.
Okay, it looked a little
That's
bit
the movie
like
that introduces Sam Jackson as Mace Windu, right?
No, he's in Phantom Menace. He just doesn't do anything.
Oh, okay.
That's the first time he wields a lightsaber.
That's right. Because he was in the Jedi Council in Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We're already bored just
Yeah.
thinking about him.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. But yeah.
Yeah. So Tomorrow War's on Amazon Prime right now. If you're a subscriber, you can watch it for free.
For free?
Included in your Prime membership. I liked it. Tyler enjoyed it.
I did.
He may not have loved it. I think I definitely liked it more. It's a watch for me. I would
think
definitely
so.
recommend watching it. I
Definitely.
actually
Weirdly, I wouldn't recommend all three of these films to the same person.
No.
But I could see myself recommending each of these movies to different people.
I feel like the first two, Primer and Safety Not Guaranteed, you could probably get away
Primer
with.
is probably the most pretentious you could get.
Yeah.
And your asshole cinema-loving friends.
Oh, so you have a lot of people you can recommend. that to.
Absolutely, absolutely. I think Safety Not Guaranteed's a good middle ground.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
right?
Chris.
There
I was
it is.
waiting for that one.
I think Safety Not Guaranteed's a good middle ground where it's not like full independent, like we're going to do mumblecore and we're going to talk
Yeah.
about deep things. It's like,
Yeah.
it's a hangout movie. And it's
Yeah.
kind of funny and it's
It's
kind of
enjoyable too.
Yeah.
I mean, it has its humorous moments,
Yeah.
but it's definitely not a comedy per se.
And it's not full.
If you think about it, though, I mean, the theme of the movie is based on this weird fucking classical
Right.
ad. So it's got to have some comedic element to it.
Sure. No, it definitely does.
yeah.
I mean, if you put Jake Johnson and Aubrey Plaza in your movie, they're still going to
Yeah.
have some funny moments.
But then the Tomorrow War is definitely just like, if you want to watch an action movie with J.K. Simmons in a tank
if you want to watch an action movie, watch Paul Bunyan.
Action movie, sorry. J.K. Simmons, Chris Pratt describes him as prison ripped in this movie. Everyone thought he was getting ripped for Spider-Man. Turns out it was for this movie.
Or Justice League at one point. I didn't know it was for this.
Yeah. But but he's great in everything that he does, and I liked the redemption story there, even to the point of they were both soldiers, and then in the end when they're fighting the Queen, he's like calling out move, and he's like moving, and it's like okay, now they're soldiers and they're on that same level. I thought that was kind of cool too. So I thought it had some really cool themes throughout. So
It's about family, and that's why it's so powerful.
yeah, and Yvonne Strahovski's really hot, especially in body armor.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, we had to circle back to misogyny that is our reviews of movies. There is no Luke Evans penis in this movie, that's for sure.
2 stars.
So Tomorrow War, I think, is definitely, I recommend you watch it. I will probably end up watching it again. My son and my stepson watched it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What'd
they
they think?
enjoyed it. They thought there was a moment where the monster was a little scary, but they're 11 and 12, so that's to be expected. So
I could see that.
Yeah.
We don't think about those things anymore, but I could see that.
yeah, I mean, and there were a couple jump scares that got me, and they had some
There
questions.
was one.
about when they were capturing the Queen. They thought that was interesting why they did some of the things that they did. Or
Experiment on it. And,
yeah, Nate was like, "Why did he? All he had to do was kick it, and it would move." Like, no, there were like 12 guys with ropes attached to it. So, yeah. So I had to explain that to him. But, overall, it was an enjoyable. And the little girl that plays his daughter in the other stages were pretty
Super
good.
cute
So,
and super
yeah.
good.
Yeah. So that's our time travel episode. Now, I'm a little excited about this, so I want to talk about it.
Okay.
In the upcoming episodes, we've got 2 different options, and we're going to do both of them. One is going
At the
to
same
be
time.
putting together a list of movies that describe ourselves as characters.
Yes.
I'd
As
like
people.
to flip that, and I want to know your thoughts.
Okay.
Let's do each other.
Live on air?
No.
I like this idea.
Let's tape it and put it on the
Do you
internet.
guys need
there you
music?
go.
I'll get some music. on.
Onlyfans.com/popcorn
Tony on Tyler and Tyler on Tony. Next on Popcorn Tribune.
I'll throw popcorn at them while they fornicate.
And then we'll talk about Martin
We
Short's
film it in black and
semen.
white and release it to Sundance and get a standing ovation.
Now that's a comeback story.
That is, yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So, no, I like the idea of coming up with movies for yourself. We've been friends now for almost 5 years, and I think it'd be fun because
Next month, 5 years.
we have I feel like we have very strong belief systems of the kind of movies that we think each other would like.
Sure.
Which are very different.
Okay.
So I think I'll pick movies that kind of describe you.
And we don't tell each other.
Correct. Yeah. Until we do the episode.
Deal. What if you haven't seen them?
But I think you and I should get together and do producer Chris.
Well, I'll try my best. Might
London
be a little
Bridge,
sore
baby.
tomorrow, but
And pick the movies that
we'll just call it Popcorn Tribunal does each other.
pick movies that fit producer Chris. So let's, yeah, I think we do that.
Well,
So
maybe
prefer
we'll do
mini
four
discs.
for me, 4 for you, and
for you.
then 2 and 2 for him.
Well, I think we can collaborate on him. We'll talk about it later. But
Showgirls, we're done.
yikes.
It's Always Sunny the movie.
Hasn't
I
happened.
would
We
bang to
wish. Disney, get on that shit, and we'll forgive everything.
But then another thing that we kind of came up with today that I think would be a great idea is that I came up with today. Of course, I think it's a great idea. Is movies that were announced or expected,
like we just did with Blomkamp.
or even filmed. That
Oh, that's true.
That never came out.
What about movies that were filmed and then completely refilmed? Solo.
We can do honorable
Justice
mentions.
League.
Honorable mentions. But I think that'd be interesting because there's a lot of movies that were announced or were expected that were never.
Kubrick tried to make some that didn't happen before
Sure.
he died. There's all sorts of things we could talk about.
Sure, we never got the end of the Divergent series. Things
And
like
we
that.
never will.
Yeah. So I think that.
Oh, speaking of which, I was looking at Shane Carruth's.
Yes, he was on.
He was a
crew for
consultant
Allegiant.
on one of
for
them.
Allegiant.
Is that the second one?
That's the first half of the one that was never released.
That's the weirdest thing. Why him for that?
I don't know.
Was there time travel in it? I assume there is.
No,
What the hell?
there was not. do you think the guy only knows time travel? He was
Well,
a developer.
Oh, that's true. But I mean, that's the only reason Brian.
But he was
Johnson
also a writer and a
consulted with
director,
him.
so
yeah,
it's-
no, for sure. And he does his own music. And scores.
He did compose, which, by the way, was probably the one thing that I hated. The cheesy little piano score.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about that. He had never written, directed, or composed anything before that
and then he
movie,
just-
and you can tell with some of it, like the
score
music.
Was, the score was interesting for
He
sure.
tried to be John Carpenter, where
Yeah.
you probably just played the piano while he was watching the movie, and it just didn't work.
That's funny. Or Jack Black from The Holiday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jack Black
Yeah.
from the
Yes.
film The Holiday.
So we have a
Or
couple
Queen
great episodes
Latifah
coming
in
out.
Last
These will be
Holiday.
fun. Or Last Holiday. So I think that's a good time travel discussion. Chris, speaking of time travel, I think we're nearing the end of our time here. So
Do-do-do-do.
this has been
I
Popcorn
stopped recording
Tribunal. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Well, then now would be the
Blathering.
perfect time to mention Coffee Dudes Coffee.
.com.
Coffee
Dot
Dudes
com.
Coffee.
.com.
Sounds like a shameless promotion, but
It is,
our
actually.
producer does the best work for very little to no
He
pay.
is the bomb.com.
And we appreciate him, so we want to support his business.
if you order now, I'll wash my hands before I package it.
What is that about your
his
package?
beans won't touch your
His
beans.
beans won't touch your beans.
This week only.
Coffeedudes.com.
Enter code no balls, please.
I'm running a special.
Enter code no balls for 0% off. I just want to see you.
But
have-
100% balls.
I just want to see a code in the order that says no balls. I think that'd be really funny.
There's no chaff on my beans.
So coffeedudescoffee.com. Check it out.
Coffeedudescoffee.com.
He's got some good fresh roasts up there. He does all of the roasting himself. He's really proud of the product that he sells, and we're really proud of him.
and his products.
Follow us on the Instagram and the Twitters
Yes.
at Popcorn Tribunal. Don't you dare say it.
.gov.
Still not giving you a reach around, Tony.
And then you can definitely check out some written reviews by both Tyler and I on popcorntribunal.com.
I missed it.
That was an awkward moan, dude. Yes, please stop it. Onlyfans.com/popcorn tribunal. Just kidding.
It's Tony watching Tomorrow War on repeat.
I had a thought. I want to know your thoughts on this.
Okay.
There's no audio only OnlyFans.
For the ASMR crowd?
Yeah, how great would it be to record sex noises and then just put it up on OnlyFans and people can buy your sex noises? You don't have to put pictures of your ass on screen.
Just sounds of your ass.
It's just sounds. But here's
icky.
the thought: if
I'll
you
just
go
make
to
some
TikTok,
casserole and run my fingers through it.
all of our kids
Moan
have
a
learned
lot.
how to moan from TikTok, so they all do this little moan thing. Would it be weird if we let the kids do the moaning and then solve
Yes,
it
that would be
out
weird.
later?
Possibly illegal. I don't want that.
What a weird
CPS.
court case that would be.
I don't think it would be illegal because it's just audio. But anyways, yeah, you can cut all that out.
Oh, this is all staying in.
Yeah, no.
You're staying on a list.
Was that the original Epstein defense?
Staying on a list. I was never on said list.
I've seen you on Twitter. You're on a list.
Oh, Jesus Christ. If by the list you mean best Twitter accounts to follow at Popcorn Tribunal.
.com.
Stop it with the .com. Jesus Christ.
You kept pointing to me and I missed it, so I had to
Okay,
take my
that's
chance.
all right. Be sure to visit Liberty University.
.edu.
Everybody have a great night. Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you next time. Bye. Baby, you're like lightning in a bottle.